First, I wanted to thank everyone for coming out here. Also, I wanted to thank Calc for inviting Citywide to be a part of this mural. I would have never seen myself doing something like this, and I was really excited to be able to show what us students are capable of doing. And I really am happy that I could put, my mark here and show my struggle and what we go through on a daily. I am really happy and excited that you guys all came to be able to see all the hard work that we have done and collaborated together to get it done. And I want to thank my friends, my family, for always being there for me. Sorry. And I'm really thankful for everyone who came out here because this is something really special to me. This shows what we struggle through, and I really want everyone to see, what we go through. And I just wanted to say thank you.
This mural was a form of self-care for some students and a sign of hope. To finally feel represented in our community, to show our culture with art and beauty, to motivate us to keep pushing forward. The mural was vandalized, and seeing it be vandalized made me furious. This should not be happening in our city.
It's very sad and unfortunate to see my former students' mural be defaced. This was an opportunity for them to be able to acknowledge their existence, their value, finally be able to speak up in their art and share it with the community for other people can be able to feel safe here.
And that we have these young members of our community who gave of their soul and their creativity to create this piece of art that benefits all of our community.
It sickens me to once again be here speaking out on yet another hate crime, because this act was done with a purpose, and that purpose was to belittle the struggle and voices of BIPOC communities. I was one of the youth who participated in the endless amount of hours and weeks of work. Not only was this a sign of hope that in some way community members who came across this mural would help share a part of our reality.
Creating this mural helped me find my voice and express my culture. Seeing the damage that was done to our mural makes me feel frustrated and hurt because, again, my voice is being belittled.
Because this is not the first act of vandalism or hate. It is one of many that have happened in our community.
Graffiti exists on a continuum all the way up through far more violent, hateful actions. And we need to recognize the seriousness of all of it and take it all seriously.
So we know that the best way to combat hate is with a comprehensive community effort. And when we stand together with our shared goals, we can increase safety and respect in our community, especially for those who are targeted with hate and oppression. So today we all join together to say that hate has no place here. We are united in our efforts, and we will continue to work to make this a more equitable and inclusive world where everyone is valued. Our community will not tolerate this type of hate. We stand with anyone who has experienced any form of hate or bias.
When we were told about this amazing opportunity, I used to believe that only white students got to paint on walls, because usually when a brown student is painting, it's considered vandalism. Somehow, for some odd reason, it's considered gang affiliation. The damage that has been done shows my community what we already fear. We are not accepted here, and we are not wanted here.
I ask for communities to come together not only in times like these, but in times of healing and prosperity.
Really, the message is that we're a historically and predominantly white community, and we are at a junction of history where we want to say that, that's not really the vision that we have, that we want to invite all people to be our neighbors. And not only that we have your back.
We reject hatred, bigotry, and vulgarity in all forms. We support an individual's right to lead his, her, or their lives without influence from perspectives that foster racial, ethnic, or other bias-based outcomes. The violence and oppression that Black, Indigenous, and other communities of color face are reflected in racial disparities in all areas of society and call for systemic and policy changes in our communities, our workplaces, and our institutions. For women of color, there are layers of additional threat here. Women of color are especially invisible and especially targeted, and the police response has ignored the gendered aspects of the recent graffiti. If our local police have concluded, as reported on February 24th regarding the Santa Clara incident, that, quote, this was not a crime motivated by bias, I'm extremely disappointed in the failure of community efforts to wake them up to how this all works. I call on EPD in particular to avoid minimizing this and all other hate and bias incidents.
The NAACP, as you know, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, was created in response to the lynching that was rampant throughout our nation in the early part of the 20th century. And this racism has not stopped. So let's love one another. Let's celebrate art, the creative spirit of humans to bring each other together through art, through love, through creativity.
It's beautiful to be able to see the organizations that came here and stand in solidarity with us to make sure that we continue to reiterate that we do not welcome hate here. We're going to need to stand together and protect one another and make sure that we stop hateful actions from happening moving forward. Because we protect our community and we protect our members in it as well. We will stop oppressive moments from happening. We will continue to stand together moving forward.
So tell me, Eugene City Council, what will you do to help these communities that are currently under attack?
Hold the people accountable, including our city officials. We need them to be able to pass policy and resolution. We need the police to respond better to situations like this when they're happening immediately. We need them to do a better job, especially when the victims are the ones calling. So on that note, I want to be able to thank everybody for being here and showing a presence and showing that we are not alone and showing that this is what community is and how we're going to be moving forward together. This is a learning experience for all of us that we're going to continue to learn and grow how we're going to be able to combat this hate. But for sure, we're going to combat this today with love and for all the love that people brought here. So thank you.
To call out racism in your own families, racism in your church, racism in your company.
I hope to see communities of color come together, not only in times like these, but in times where we can celebrate our culture, our art, our community, our legacy, and our mark. Where it won't be defaced because the community is there to stop it. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
But we do belong here. This is our city too. To show those who hate that we will not be silent. We will never be silent. Thank you.